welcome back to the channel for another video. And today's video is going to be covering the Mustang. I hope you guys enjoy the little kind of like clips or exhaust notes of the Mustang cruising around without a little commentary over it, just the car itself and just me going through the gears a little bit on the highway and kind of just, you know, I don't drive the car that much, so with the issues that it has going on with it, so I figured I would get you guys just some exhaust notes to kind of appreciate the video. But let's go ahead and dive right into this video. This video is basically a finalized game plan, what I have for this car, I guess, if you want to call it that. So let's go ahead and dive into this video. So I have the car going and we're just kind of sitting here idling or whatever. The only issue that it's kind of annoying me is the throwout bearing, but any throwout bearing I've ever had eventually becomes squeaky, even if it's like brand new. This is the Ford Racing throwout bearing, so you can probably hear in the video. If you can't, oh well, you know. But so the idea that I've had for this car, you know, we're just kind of like summing up, going through it, what we need to do. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to keep the carbon fiber or get rid of it, but this whole dash, this entire dash has to come out. But you see there's some wiring, and that's from the ECU and just that wiring as well. So there is a bit of stuff that's going to go into this, pulling this out for the heater core. But we have, you know, a decently good setup. Possibly replacing the dash, like I said, you know, keeping the seats and all this, obviously, the carpet, keeping everything to the way it is, finding a different center console, because this one, the color is kind of aged a little bit versus this, the dark charcoal. This is supposed to be dark charcoal. You can kind of see that this part, the lid, is still the dash color, and the rest of it is really not so much. And I think that's just something that a lot of these went through. So this is broken, obviously, but don't worry, we have the GT side skips that I picked up over a month ago to fix that. And I want to strip all the paint and have this issue fixed and stuff like that. There's a lot that goes into this. Finding all the pieces instead of like how crappy that looks, putting the trunk pieces back together as it should be, because this stuff is just old. Fixing the exhaust where there's no more quad tips, and finding a new bumper because of the trim piece, and getting that painted, and going with the MBRP exhaust, which we're going to do as well. It's just stuff like this. The game plan is to just get this all fixed up, and I started pulling the tent a couple weeks ago, and that's, I already talked to somebody for a tent shop, the same people that put in the radio for the 4Runner. We're going to go ahead and just get them to do it. But underneath the hood, I think pretty much everything is just going to stay where it is, stay the same. There's really nothing else that, you know, you can clean up for that, unless when I go to boost it, we'll move some stuff around. And the only other idea that I was floating around would be, I don't know what the hell that is. Is that like hair? What the? This car definitely needs to be cleaned. But we're going to let it run and idle. So the other idea I had was, you know, I wouldn't really care so much about going away from the silver color, is finding another new edge, because I had the idea to more or less do this with a S550. I want to get an S550 eventually in the channel, but the idea would be to take everything from this car and switch it over to a clean bodied new edge. So there's nothing wrong with the new edge. It doesn't have to be painted, because if you're thinking about, you know, stripping this car of everything besides like the hood stuff, the hood needs to be painted, the front bumper would have to be painted, but taking everything off this car and then swapping it over to a car minus the body panels that I'm taking off, that already has really good paint, and just having the bumpers and the trunk lid and the hood and all that stuff painted to match that color of the new edge. I thought about doing that. You know, I really do love the silver, but getting away from the silver wouldn't be, you know, a break or make deal for me. I think something maybe blue, or even black, even white. You know, still sticking with the same powertrain, the Coyote swap, but just taking everything from this car, suspension and everything, and if anything needs to be upgraded, you know, replaced or whatever, at that point, not necessarily upgraded, going ahead and just replacing that with doing that. So I feel like finding a GT new edge body would be super expensive. Maybe, I think a good one I'd pay maybe $1,000 for, you know, a clean body a roller with nothing in it, you know, and if there was, just, you know, swap it out, get rid of it, sell it, whatever. So that is the only other idea that I've been floating around with this car, because I really do want to keep the new edge kind of coyote swap idea, because not a lot of people have it around here, and I think that's just something kind of in its own, you know, it's in its own league. Everybody sees S550s and stuff. I just feel like this car has been through a lot, and I don't think I'd get rid of this car. I'd probably keep it as a roller, and again, maybe kind of just have this car sitting to the side, you know, for maybe a later project, or if nothing ever happens with it, you know, maybe just get rid of it and have somebody else that wants to make a drag car or something out of it, you know. Perfect body. There's really just nothing wrong with it, but I'm just kind of pricing my options of what is the better or smarter move. But that's, you know, what we got here. So the car is running. We have to replace the starter. We figured that out. The heater core, just let you guys know. I saw, you know, you probably pull the whole dash out and all that. So I can minus all that besides the starter if I just, you know, found another new edge roller is what I'm saying. So that is just one of the two options we're looking at. Stick with this car, stick with the silver, or find a clean new edge roller and go ahead and just have everything swapped over to it. At that point, feel we can save a little money and probably just boost it from there and just kind of, you know, have what we have here, just in a different car. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video and just some idea and finally the final game plan. But we have everything we need if we're just gonna stick with this. We have all the parts and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Appreciate you stopping by and, you know, sticking to the channel with the car. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.